Well, hey everybody, it's Barry Kleiman. I am sitting at my car mechanics. I forgot that I had to schedule this appointment before I scheduled my LinkedIn Lives, and I wanted to make sure that I kept this live at 11 going. It was important to me to do so. So here I am sitting in a car mechanic, and I apologize if there's background noise. Obviously, I have a virtual background here because everything else is looking kind of funky. But I wanted to make sure, and then I realized that there's a lot of similarities, honestly, between what we've been talking about, which is connection and connection with self, and here being at my mechanic. This overarching subject matter that I've been reviewing, which is the book, How the Truth Will Set You and Your Career Free. The book is really, I told you, it's a great book with a terrible title. The truth scares everybody. I'm looking for a copy of it here right now. The word truth scares everybody. But the reality is that if you're honest with yourself and you can connect first with yourself, then you can much more easily connect with others. Again, apologize for all this mayhem here. There it is. If you really, and this is what we've talked about before, if you really want to connect, if you want to connect with people on the outside, if you want to connect with your team, if you want to connect with your spouse or your kids or your friends or your parents or whomever it is, and you really genuinely want to connect, first thing you have to do is connect with yourself. And that's been the theme all week. And it will continue to be the theme. The point that I had tried to make earlier was to be asking yourself certain questions in the chat, for you to review and to ask yourself. I'm a huge proponent of journaling. I really recommend everybody journal. And some of the stuff that I have shared and will continue to share are journal questions. You ask yourself, again, none of my business. I'm not here to tell anybody what to be when they grow up, but I'm really here to prompt people to have this personal introspection. So you are being who you are, you're being your authentic self, and then you can connect to others on that basis, as opposed to connecting as if you're somebody else. I taught a seminar a bunch of years ago, and a gentleman said to me, I believe you should be the same person all the time. That's just who I am. It's just what I believe. The gentleman said to me in that meeting, well, I'm different when I go to work and when I'm home. And I said, okay, that's fine, but tell me where you change. Tell me at what part of your journey from your home to your office do you change? Is there a phone booth, or you go into your Superman outfit? And when you get back to that phone booth, are the clothes still there? I was obviously being a little snotty, but I was trying to stress a point. Okay. Being the same person all the time, being your authentic self, will help you in so many ways. And most important, you'll like yourself better, right? You'll honor and respect yourself more, and you are who you are, and you're modeling behavior for who you want to be in your life. And of course, if you have kids or close associates or friends or spouses or whatever, this authentic self matters. That's what this book is about. Again, it's not me telling anybody what their truth should be. It's me trying to explain to people that if you take the truth and use the truth, you'll be more on purpose, more on course for who you are and what you're about. As again, I said earlier in the week, the truth is a brand, the truth is a strategy, and the truth is a mindset that if you use, it'll be far more scalable. So that's the overall premise. So today, and I recommend people review this often, which is why I started this whole series. So today, when I brought my car in, I realized I'm actually having my car do an audit. It's time for its checkup, and the seatbelt light came on. I'm sorry, the airbag light came on. Got to check it out. Got to check it out. We have airbag lights that come on in our lives. They test us. They challenge our premises. They challenge our principles. They challenge how we're going to react. Happens. It's life. So when I brought this in this morning, I said, well, this is perfectly anecdotal. So I apologize for the any background noise or my funky background here, virtual background, or the I'm informal anyway, but this is really informal. But I'm just hoping that everybody takes these lessons and these comments and this dogma to heart about being your authentic self and continuing to audit who that is and making sure you stay on purpose. That's the point of all the exercises. I talked yesterday about time and the importance of it. You don't have to do this. You don't have to believe any of this, but the bottom line, the simple bottom line, is that time is a non-negotiable. It's going to pass, and we don't know how much of it we have. So the quicker you can get online and get on purpose, the better off you are. So thank you very much. I thought I lost those. I lost my eye drops. In either case, that's it. So these conversations that you need to have with yourself, there's no one conversation that any of us are ever going to have that'll be necessarily life-changing. There's no slam dunk one conversation that's going to immediately change your life, your business, your career, your marriage, your personal self. There's no one who can do it, but I promise you that the most important ones first are the ones you have with yourself, to connect with yourself. There's an old quote, the most important sale you ever make is to yourself. I believe that genuinely. The rest of this book is about personal marketing and putting yourself out into the world. I have an adage, people like my friends Nikki Thacker know, it's not what you know, it's who knows what you know. So as you go to promote yourself into the world and you go to market yourself, it should be your authentic self. Don't try to peddle stuff that's not really you, but be a better version of you. So knowing what that is first will help in many, many ways. So don't hang yourself up on title. I'll leave with this story because again, it is distracting here for this morning at 11, but I hope you get the idea. In order to have connection, you have to have conversations. And the first conversation you need to have is with yourself. This final story, years ago, back when the first dot-com boom happened, back in, I want to say 2001, I was teaching a class down at FEI, Financial Executive Institute of Silicon Valley, down at a restaurant called Ming's, which is no longer in existence. It was actually a iconic place down in Palo Alto. And there were a bunch of out-of-work CFOs would come to this room hoping to, glean something from whatever I was sharing. And we talked, and a bunch of them said, well, I'm a CFO, I'm a CFO, I'm a CFO. And again, being my smart ass self, I said, actually, you're not. You're actually out of work. And the point I was trying to make to them was they had hung their entire life, their entire identity on this title, these 3 letters. I am CFO. You're much more than that. Every single one of us is much more than this title. And in order to understand that, and in order to understand what it is you're really trying to accomplish, you have to have these conversations with yourself. Otherwise, you're going to let external forces brand who you are. You can be a CFO. You can be a CMO. You can be a CEO. You can be a senior, anything. It doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is to make sure that you're staying on path with who you are and what you want to be, what you want to put out into the world, and understand yourself first, not let other letters or degrees define it, because those things are very fleeting and many people have different understandings or place different levels of importance on external letters, numbers, GPAs, etc. So last time, please go through the audits that I'm suggesting. Again, I don't care what you write. Not up to me. I'm not here to tell anybody what to be when they grow up once again, but I am here to ask you to keep current with yourself. Take your car in for the checkup. Go through these exercises, do these personal audits. I think you'll find them powerful. I think you'll find journaling powerful. And I really do hope this helps. Sorry one more time about all the backgrounds. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.